I speak to quite a lot of like head of SEOs and who's basically fighting to get resource, and they're finding it a lot harder to try and predict outcomes nowadays in order to get the buy-in, and everything. And the stages, it's like before you could say, well, based on past experience, we can do this, and likelihood is we're going to get this sort of impact. But I mean, moving forward, a lot of things are constantly changing online, and a lot of things are constantly evolving. And even like with the mobile, things jumbling around all the time. I think trying to predict things to get buy-in from the CFO when they want to know is, okay, if I give you 50 grand, what impact's it going to generate? And all that side. So as far as sort of high-level SEO and getting buy-in and everything, how do you see that evolving moving forward?
It's interesting because I agree, but what you're saying is actually very much in Google's best interest, right? The harder they are to predict, the better we make our websites, just trying to figure it out. But also there's an interesting aspect to the way you describe it that reminds me of the, the non-standard reward paradigm, like a slot machine. Like sometimes we do this and it works, jackpot. And then sometimes we do the exact same thing and it doesn't. And that's what keeps people addicted and trying. It almost sounds nefarious in that light. Yeah, I think there's not going to be as many guarantees, and that's why everything's getting more difficult. And I think that's not an accident. The game is getting harder, and the people complaining about it aren't, we can complain about it for a little while, but it's not going to get us to the top.
You've been listening to the Unscripted SEO Interview Podcast with me, Mark A. Preston. Join us next time as I interview more top SEO professionals.